name's Nihilate, and welcome back to my long-term survival world. In today's episode, I want to continue working on this bridge. That is what I did in the last episode. I continued working on this after quite a while. I needed to wait for these copper grates to come out in 1.21 before I could continue the construction on the bridge here. And the copper grates here, it looks so much better than the acacia trapdoors that I had there temporarily. But anyway, in between the last episode and this one, I did go ahead and I did two live streams. One where I collected copper and one where I collected blaze rods. That is so I can continue the detail of the copper grates through the rest of the bridge. The second half does not have copper grates on it yet, and I also need a whole bunch of copper bulbs on the side of the bridge, and I want to put some here to replace this glowstone because, as you can see, the bridge is very dark right now. It doesn't have any lights going on it whatsoever right now, so we really got to get those copper bulbs in. But before I do that, I think the first thing I'm going to do is place the rest of the copper grates down because I do have those in my inventory. I crafted a whole bunch, and if I run out, I could always make more. But yeah, we'll place down the copper grates and then we'll get to the rest of building the bridge. I am super excited to finish this thing today. I love walking over top of these copper grates. Not only does it look really cool because you can see the bottom all the way down there in the ground, it also sounds really cool when walking over top of these. I will be quiet for just a second so you can actually hear it. Doesn't that sound really cool? I really love that sound. Anyway, and now that I have all of these copper grates placed down on the entire length of the bridge, there's a couple other things that I'm going to need to finish. Down below me, there's these arches that you can just barely see through the copper grates there. I need to finish texturing the second half of those with andesite and gravel. So I've got to go over here and grab my shulker box of that, and we'll head to the other side of the bridge, probably with some scaffolding, and we'll go ahead and we'll do that just to show you a little bit more of what I'm talking about. This right here has that exact texturing that I'm talking about, but these last few arches back here, they're just plain stone still. So I've got to go grab that shulker box I'm speaking of and fix that real quick. Alright, in order to get all the way up there to texture this with the andesite and gravel, I'm going to need a platform of some sort. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some scaffolding, and I guess I probably should have went to sleep first because the sun is setting, but oh well. I will just start directly in the middle here. That way I can have a nice little platform to work from here because this bridge is kind of high up in the sky, and I'm not quite sure if I even really like using scaffolding. I've been using it a lot while building this bridge. It's definitely easier to take down than something like dirt, which is why I have continued to use it, but honestly, scaffolding can be a tiny bit annoying sometimes, but it'll be alright. Is it even placing down? Yeah, sometimes it'll like fall on something that you can't place scaffolding down on, and then you'll just be sitting there forever placing the scaffolding and you don't even notice that it's breaking. I'll go ahead and have a quick sleep on top of here because it is getting dark. And I guess I'll build this out this way, a few blocks, and this way. And once I have an actual platform built with scaffolding here, I'll probably just grab a few blocks like dirt and do the rest of the building up from there, because I'm gonna need to do a lot of going up and down. This is a nice big area to walk on. It's not perfect, but it'll do for now, even though it kind of took a while to build and I'm not really going to need it for that long. I might just grab a whole bunch of dirt for next time. Speaking of dirt, I actually kind of want some. I think I have some in my ender chest, but not a whole lot. I'm going to have to grab more if I want to build this platform out of dirt next time. And I'm wrong, I don't have any dirt. Let's start texturing this all the way up at the top here. I want to place some scaffolding. Yep, here I am flying all the way to the other side of the bridge where the pavilion is, just so that I can get some dirt, because apparently you can't just like jump up and stack the scaffolding directly underneath you. It just goes up to the side. So here I am opening the chest, gonna get some dirt, and I did in fact find plenty of stacks of dirt, and then to fly all the way back to the other side of the bridge to finish what I was doing. I'm gonna use this dirt to stack up to be able to reach the rest of that arch there above me. So yeah, back to the video. Alright, now I've got a few stacks of dirt. Let's go ahead and go all the way up to the top here, and we'll begin using andesite and gravel to texture this. I'm just going to, every once in a while, place two right next to each other. Let's start with the andesite. I'll go ahead and put a stack in my offhand, and we'll break these two right here, place two, and just randomly throughout this keep doing that. And then in between I'll do the same thing with gravel, of course, and then it'll look just like the other arches that I have. It's a very simple texturing, but I think it looks really nice when it's done. It's definitely a subtle change, but now that every single one of these arches is fully textured underneath the bridge, it is looking really cool down here. I got everything finished on this other half like I said I was going to do, and I did end up doing that in a live stream. So if you missed out on that live stream, it would have been last Tuesday at 10 p.m. EST. If you're watching this video the day it comes out, go ahead and watch that live stream, because it was a lot of fun chatting to some of you guys as I finished doing these arches. Anyway, now we've got to move on to this detail that I want to put on the side that I've been talking about for quite a while now. I have a whole bunch of materials in my inventory right now to be able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and land right over here, and I will show you what I have. We have calcite, of course, because I'm still not sure if I want copper bulbs going all the way across, or every other block to be a bit of calcite and a bit of copper block. Not copper block, sorry, copper bulb. So we'll try a few different things and we'll see what we need. And of course we have the copper bulbs, we cannot forget about those, and buttons, because the way these copper bulbs work is you place it down and it's not glowing, but then if I put the button on it and press it, it turns the bulb on, and even when I take away this button, that bulb is going to remain on for the rest of the time that it's placed there, unless I break it. So I will use these stone buttons to turn on all of the lamps, and they will just be on all of the time. And another thing I have, of course, is polished tough walls. I want to use these to make a little bit of an arch. It's not going to be exactly the same as the ones on the inside, but that's okay. It's going to look really nice. And just in case I run out of polished tough walls, I have this box of tough here with a stone cutter ready. So I've got everything that I need to make this. I want to go ahead and get started by doing the full thing right here in this first section, and then I'll play around, like I said, with the calcite and the bulbs whichever one I want to have, and then I'll do it across the entire bridge, which is probably gonna take quite a while. As you can see behind me, I did not end up putting any calcite mixed in with those copper bulbs. I just went with copper bulbs straight across, and I think it looks really nice. And I did this design on both sides. As you can see, it's pretty simple with just polished tough walls there as the arch, but I think it looks really nice. And I'm also thinking I might add chains in between, since there's walls every other block. I might add chains in between with lanterns on the end of it, just to add a little bit more light to the bridge. But as you can see, because it's dark, that adds a pretty significant amount of light, especially because this is on both sides, and I actually wanted to fly over here to properly see that. Yeah, that looks really cool. Let's go up to the top, which I might want to get my bow and arrow. There's some creepers and some skeletons. But yeah, it does let light shine up onto the top of the bridge, and that's probably going to be enough to stop mobs from spawning up here, which is super cool. And then later on, I'll probably add a little bit more light to the top of the bridge, depending on how I feel about the light levels. I might want it to be a little bit brighter than this, but I don't know. I'm really not sure, because that kind of seems like enough light. So now I just gotta get this going all the way across the bridge, which I timed it out. Each side took me 15 minutes, so this section as a whole took me 30 minutes. And there's a lot of sections to do here. So yeah, I guess I will be back after a time lapse. Welcome back from that time lapse. I am just a little bit sad to inform you that I was forced to work on this a lot slower than I wanted to, and I did not finish the bridge, but I finished this side. Unfortunately, I got sick. I'm not sure what kind of sickness it was, but I felt very bad, and every time I tried to sit down at my computer and work on this a little bit more, I just felt worse. So I took a couple days to rest, which means I only finished this side of the detail of the bridge. If we go over to the other side in just a second here, you'll see that it is blanked. I will finish the rest of it in a live stream, but yeah, this side looks amazing. I'm kind of upset that I didn't get to finish the other side, but it will be okay. I'll be able to finish it in a live stream, and I'm sure y'all will understand that I was sick, and it's a little bit hard to play Minecraft when you're sick, but as you could see by the other side, we'll go back over there. It is looking very beautiful. I can't wait to put the rest on the other side. I would just finish it real quick, but I've definitely run out of time for this episode if I want it to go out when episodes usually go out. So yeah, this side is finished. It's beautiful. I hope you guys like it too. I'm gonna take a quick nap after I go over here and walk on the top of the bridge because I really want to see what it looks like in the nighttime with this one half lit up. Okay, there's a creeper on the bridge, but he's on that other side where there's no light. So I think this amount of light will be perfectly fine. And there's a little bit of a dark spot here, which is cool. I was planning to put more lights here. So yeah, the amount of light that is on this is going to be perfect. I am really liking how that looks. Anyway, that is going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to go right here and take a nap and hopefully avoid that creeper because that would suck if we blew a hole in the bridge. Thank you all so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed for some crazy reason. And also hit that bell notification icon so that you never miss when I upload videos here on my YouTube channel and also when I do live streams, because tonight, if you're watching this video when it comes out Tuesday at 10 p.m. EST, there will be a live stream finishing the second half of the detailing on this bridge that I did not get to finish in this episode. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you turn on those post notifications, and I will see you later. Goodbye!